Sherry.
And Amma.
And today we invite you guys to like,
Share.
subscribe,
And comment.
down below because today we are reviewing The Bachelorettes.
Yeah.
So we are going to get right into it, you guys, and we are going to start with Gabby and Nate.
Mm-hmm.
It was her first one-on-one date,
Mm-hmm.
and she used that to break up with Nate, which I thought was a horrible mistake. Reason being is because I don't feel like there's anybody there that's truly there for Gabby. That I just don't think there's anybody there that really meshes with her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like her letting go Nate, she should have at least kept him till hometowns. But I do understand her saying that I don't want to have to go meet his daughter. I fall in love with her, and then it's like I take him to, she's thinking that this lady's gonna be in my life just for her not to be.
Yeah.
So I do understand that she did not feel ready to be a mother. So understandable. I just feel really bad for Nate because I really thought that they were good. They were a good match. But you felt like
I just felt like, Gabby. Maybe they would have meshed. He's not. To me, he doesn't seem much of a conversationalist, but there are some people like that. You were saying maybe he's introverted and stuff like that. So, maybe he could be the yin to her yang. But I felt like her saying she's not ready to be a mom, that's a valid reason,
Yeah, it's valid.
to break up with him because, she's just not ready.
Yeah.
She still feels as though probably she has more healing to be done. And there's no point in, kind of making his daughter like, oh, this is my practice child or something. Because the daughter deserves more than that, from a bonus mom. So even though it hurts, I think in the long run, it's better.
But you did say that you felt like whoever she ends up being with in the end, and she eventually breaks up with them, she will sit down and think about Nate.
She surely will.
Because she did
and
say
she's
that.
Always going to wonder, especially if it doesn't work with one of these guys, she's always going to think, is that the one that got away? Hopefully, if that happens, Nate might be in a position. Maybe he's single at that time or whatever. But
yeah,
just like I used to feel as though Michelle will always regret not choosing Brandon.
I know she's regretting it right now.
I feel like later on, Gabby may regret that.
Yeah, so that's what we felt about that and everything.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about her group date as well. So Gabby's group date, what was it?
Oh, they were going to decide their intimacy.
No, first let's do Rachel's one-on-one. Because they both had the one-on-ones.
That's true.
I have my notes here today.
Okay.
I know we be all over the place, but we are going to get it in line. So Rachel had a one-on-one date with Zach, which they had at a tulip place in Amsterdam, which in the Netherlands actually. Very, very beautiful.
Yes.
I don't know. How do you feel about the dates?
Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful date because I love tulips. But
I
cannot, they have not had chemistry since, even when they went I think they went to a theater or something and they showed pictures of their family. I'm just not buying it. Even though they're putting the music
Zach
and all this
stuff,
I'm not buying that chemistry between him and Rachel. It's not that he doesn't like her, but I don't think it's going to work. It's just there's something missing. Even though she's smiling and she's kissing him and she really is feeling it, she's really feeling something. I just don't. It's one of those relationships I just don't buy very much.
And I just thought it was odd because she was sitting here like this and then stroking his hair and looking at him all lovingly.
Kind of like how if you were already a wife, you will stroke him.
I just thought it was a little much, and it just seemed like he kept on pushing his head back a little.
Yeah. And even when he said, "I'm falling in love with you,"
his eyes were on the floor.
Yeah, I'm falling in love with you. I just can't. Wow. And then
I don't know what this
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
I just thought, and then also the dress that Rachel was wearing. Girl, puffy sleeves. Red is your color. It is.
Yes.
But puffy sleeves are not your style silhouette.
That reminds me of the 1990s. We had the
it was very 1990
and the puffy sleeve.
Going back to your golden days, huh, honey?
But even even when we're in Sierra Leone, those are some of the African styles, those puffy sleeves. Although now, they're not doing that much. But I love me some puffy sleeves. But yeah, it didn't look great.
It wasn't
on her.
fitting for her.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so let's talk about Gabby's group date. I thought it was rubbish.
The intimacy.
It was actually rubbish. It was BDSM. There was whips, chains, nipple clips. There was hot wax. There was fire going. I just thought, what was the point of this? And a lot of the men seemed very uncomfortable, like they did not want to be there. A lot of them did not answer the questions. And I just thought it was a waste of a date. Was it, I guess, was a little fun at the end? I just thought it was too much.
You know what I thought? I thought that after that whole Nate thing when she was so sad, I thought that this was a perfect date. A perfect end to all that sadness. At least it got them laughing, even if it was an uncomfortable laughter. So I thought it was, usually those are things that I don't really care for, but I think in this circumstance it was like a perfect
But you know
ending.
what? That's sad. Because while she has 4 guys to help her get over Nate has to go home to the daughter that was the cause.
But like I told you, he's gonna go home and he's gonna hold his daughter tight, and the daughter is not gonna care that he did not win. His daughter is just gonna love him as a father. So that, I think that's gonna be very comforting for him. It's so great having kids because then you could just hug them when you're feeling blue, and they always love you. They always give that unconditional love. You're like, okay.
No, because I just feel like with the whole Nate thing, I just feel like,
I know you didn't like that. You were upset.
But I mean, I feel like Nate does deserve somebody who wouldn't mind taking on that role.
And who's ready?
Because he can't change it.
Also, exactly.
He can't change it.
Who's ready? I don't want the daughter to be her practice run,
Yeah.
Because she doesn't deserve that. She deserves, and Gabby, good on her for recognizing that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. That was an empowering thing for her to do because I'm sure she really wanted to be with Nate. But you have to think about both of them.
Exactly.
They're a package deal, so I'm glad she respected that.
Yeah.
Logan tested positive for COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And he is out the rat race.
For the
Bye-bye.
rest of the thing.
Which I thought
right?
was kind of crazy though, because I felt like they still have 4 more weeks to go. Like, do they really have to cut him out for the whole thing? But then I had to realize it's hometowns. You can't be there for hometowns. It is what it is. She has to make a decision.
Mm.
But she did not give out 4 roses.
She said she can only, she knows 3 people who she can definitely.
Yeah, so she said it was only 3. And she ended up, we're not going to say yet.
Yes.
But let's go to Rachel's group date. Where they were doing basically some stuff with cheese or whatever, and the men had to hold like several barrels of cheese, and each time they had to get higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
It was so I think the first 2 guys that were down was Avion, and then it was Tyler, and then it was Ethan and Tino, but Ethan really held on, and Tino made it through for the last or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then they get to the group date, and everybody's trying to profess their love to Rachel and how I really want you to see my parents, which I thought was sweet, but I don't. Tino, also the whole thing with Tino, when he was confessing to her, he was like, I really don't give a damn what any of my family says, because, like, you know me, you gonna like her, which I thought was aggressive, which is also his personality, aggressive.
Which shows that if he doesn't really give a damn
about his family, he damn sure won't give a damn about yours.
Very soon.
So that's why I feel like she did not give him the group date rose. She ended up giving it to Tyler, which I personally thought that was a little. I didn't know. I don't know. I guess
he really
she's feeling.
Professed.
He did, but
he really professed to her like how he really liked her, and I think with Rachel, I always feel as though it's nice. It's always better to be with someone who you like. Who likes you more than you like them. That's
absolutely. Especially when it's men versus women.
Long term, I think
yeah.
It's always great to have a guy who is more into you than you're into him.
Yeah.
So
for women.
So I am sure a grandma, someone older, has told her that. And she's like, let me keep him around.
Yeah, so she gave him the rose. Mm-hmm. And Tinu, I have it in my notes here.
Oh, yeah.
Tino had a hissy fit.
He did.
In the corner by himself. He said, so he looks at Tyler, he says, congratulations, really. I mean it. And he gets up and walks away. And then the the guys are like,
Such
so you
a
just gonna have a
toddler.
hissy fit? Like, you know, we all wanted it. Like, you should just be here and be grateful
I thought
and
I
stuff
heard
like
someone
that.
call him the B word.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Ethan.
Oh my God.
Like, it's just too much. It's like he
And then he
needs
was
her
so
to-
aggressive. Like, I just felt like he was like having a hissy fit. He was having a drink or whatever in the corner. Like, you know, she should bite. You know, I thought I was sure about her, but she needed to be sure about me. And now I'm questioning my decisions. If you choose Tino, I guarantee you this on my life. He is going to make sure you pay for every little hissy fit he ever had being on this damn show with
He
you.
surely will.
He will be
He's
a
gonna be like Danny
serious.
Bokikyo with Nicole Remy.
Yeah, y'all know how that went. He dumped her, engaged her, asked her to give the ring back a week later, but she still went like an idiot and stayed with him, and then he decided to break up with her because she was not getting the hint. Sorry, Nicole, but we all told you.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what's going to happen. So I
Yeah.
hope that Rachel keeps her eyes out for Tino and she makes the right decision, because Tino is not it. He
You
will
know-
definitely be emotionally, mentally, I don't want to say physically, but he ain't far off from that.
You know, I feel like the fact that she chose Tyler, because remember last time it was Tyler who, remember when she was crying and she was hurt, it was Tyler who did everything was shown like a star, like stars around her. He was the one who did that for her. It was like, I want you to feel like a star.
You will always
Because
be
you're
a
one.
star in my eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel as though that niceness is creeping on her.
Yeah.
Even though Tyler is not her body type. So
And
I
he
have
is
hope
short.
for Rachel. The fact that she still has Tyler around is making me have hope for her that she will make the right decision.
Yeah. You know, sometimes those young guys, they're good. You know, Brandon, I felt was good for Michelle. Y'all now see that Nate dumped her like a hot pocket and it came out of nowhere.
And
If you
know
had
what's
Brandon, you probably would
interesting?
have been pregnant, would have been in that house, would have had it all.
Yes.
And you would not have given up your dreams for some damn traveling.
Yeah.
I'm not against traveling because you all see I'm in Africa. But I just felt like she gave up so much of herself
And
to be with
Brandon
Nate.
was only like a year or a few months younger than Nate.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people would think he has that baby face.
And that doesn't
And
help
so
him,
that's
but
why,
he's gorgeous.
But, like, come on. He,
Yeah.
he was certainly much more mature.
And when you take away the tattoos, the height, and the earrings from Nate, Brandon's actually much better looking.
Yeah, I felt that Brandon was very handsome.
It's just, you know,
He
my
was
type
very-
is somebody
he was
who's tall
very
and tatted.
easy on the eyes. Very easy on the eyes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Teen. Okay, so yeah, he won the cheese contest. Tyler gets group date rose. Yes, so Tyler got the group date rose.
Yes.
And what happened? So now it is the rose ceremony. Oh yeah, because Logan was had COVID, they actually had to cancel the rose ceremony. They had to cancel the group date, so nobody got a rose.
Yeah.
Right? So she decided to take out of the 4 roses, she decided to have 3 instead.
Only 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Because
So
Gabby said she can only see herself going to home date
with 3 people.
with only three of the guys.
So
yeah.
Spencer was the one who had to go.
I never
And
felt I always
he
felt like
wanted
Spencer
Rachel.
wanted Rachel, but
And
Gabby
he even
chose
looked
him
at her as he walked away. Like,
Exactly.
it should have been you and me.
But guess what, Spencer? She was not checking for you at all.
Yeah. So he went home, and then Ethan went home. We both
Right.
thought Ethan was going to go home,
Yeah,
just because
anyway.
maybe that's definitely far off from her type.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't think
I
she was
think
ready
so.
to stray that far north.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
But also, I feel like Tino's going to make her pay for making him be last. I'm just waiting for him to snap.
So
but
now-
he is on the edge of a breaking point.
Yeah.
Like he's getting pushed off the cliff with a little needle right now,
I
though.
know. He's too dramatic for me. Really too dramatic for me.
Yes.
So that was all.
Yes,
right?
but next episode does not seem like it's going to be that dramatic, so I'm happy about that.
I am so interested to see these guys' families.
Tino's dad
And to
seemed like an
see-
a-hole. And I was like, the apple sure don't fall far from the damn tree.
And you know who I'm really interested to see what Gabby's grandpapa is
Yeah,
gonna
see
be
how
like,
he
and what he
reacts.
thinks of the guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yes, y'all, it is Mary.
and
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below all your thoughts about the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Yes.